YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. Thank y'all so much for tuning in once again. So I'm back with another reaction video. Now this video comes from Ashley Dalton. Shout out to Ashley. Go over and support her channel if you haven't already. I have this clip of this 28-year-old who is having a hard time finding a man. I want to play what she had to say, and I want to get your thoughts on how Ashley responded to it, and also why you think this young woman is having a hard time finding a man that she wants. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below, so comment, like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content or go live. You guys definitely chime in. I want to hear your thoughts on this particular video. Let's get into it. Here we go.
Can you see me now? There we go.
Hi, Dr. J. Welcome in.
Excuse the roller. I'm getting ready for work tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right. What brings you up tonight?
So my name is Jasmine. I'm 28. I just turned 28. And I feel like I'm having a hard time getting to know people. Just kind of like dating has been really difficult. I have been in school for like a long time, so I feel as though that's been kind of one of the barriers to where I kind of put dating on the back burner. But now that I'm getting ready to like graduate from residency and start practicing on my own, I want to start dating and like getting to know people and having those, fostering those relationships. And my mom, she's like, you need to give me some grandchildren. I'm like, girl, we have to find somebody first, or we have to be found first. Yeah, actually.
Absolutely. And who's approaching you now? Are there guys approaching you?
There are men that are, so I am on Hinge. I know, I'm guilty. I am on Hinge. And I just get so like fed up with dating apps because I feel as though the men that approach me, either they'll say like, oh, like, what do you do? And I'm really hesitant to disclose like what my career is because I feel as though it kind of turns some people away. And then everybody, y'all in the comments saying get some money at the hospital, everybody is booed up, married, engaged.
Yeah, I was about to say they're probably already married, engaged, or trying to get a side piece at the hospital.
Exactly. And I'm not trying to be nobody's side piece, no. So it's just been like really frustrating, but I am moving soon. I'm like looking for jobs, been applying across the country. I'm in California now. And so it's just been kind of difficult.
So before she finishes, and I don't mean to stop it, but I don't think she's getting approached by the guys that she wants. Ashley asked her that question. She didn't really answer it. I don't think she's getting approached by too many men. I think sometimes women know the answer to the question. They just want somebody else to validate it or tell them something else. You know what I mean? How you know what you should be doing, but you're not doing it. And you want maybe possibly hear a different take or get somebody else to tell you that it's something else other than what you know deep down inside it really is. And she's not an ugly woman, but we could see she's probably a little bit overweight, and the weight is probably part of the reason as to why men are not approaching her, and she can't seem to attract the type of guy that she wants. Let's continue.
I'm busy. I try to make time for myself. I like to listen to live music. I go to poetry events. My best friend, I just dropped her off at the airport not too long ago. She came in town. She's a pharmacist as well. And so like we, like had a great weekend. We went to Napa, like had a great time. But yeah, it's just been really difficult, like making those relationships with people. So.
And who are you attracting? Like what type of men are you attracting outside of work?
I'd say outside of work, more older. Like I'd say mid 30s, early 30s. I'm okay with early 30s, early to mid 30s. I think that's okay. Cause that frontal lobe needs to be fully developed. I'd say men that have more like stability in some regard, but then there have been others where they're still trying to like figure things out. And I feel like I've done my time. Like I, have my career and I'm not trying to like help anyone get through theirs respectfully. Like, I just don't think that's my job.
So do you feel like you attract a lot of guys who want you to build with them?
Yeah. And I've already I've done my sacrifice. This is my 10th year of training. So I think I'm ready to like enjoy now.
Yeah, but what I think a lot is she's 28. She's still fairly young. I understand being successful. You have a degree. Hell, I have a degree. But I don't look at it the way most women look at it. I don't look at, oh my God, I sacrificed years of getting my degree and I worked hard, which I did. And I was up, I remember sleepless nights. I've been up all night, working on tests and all of these things. I remember doing that, but I do not look at that as a way to like gauge how I get a man, even though, see, my only thing is I already had a man. See, when I did it, I already was married. But I think a lot of times women go wrong, and I wish this would be expressed to these women, that just because you worked hard for an accomplishment that you've achieved for yourself does not mean you should be using that as a metric to determine the type of man that you want to build with. You still have to build with a man in a relationship. Building with a man is not just financial. It's not meaning, oh, because you've worked hard and you have your degrees, you've put in your work and now you've done. You still have to build with a man. It goes outside of the scope of financials. They may be still working on some things, getting some things together. Doesn't mean that they're not a potential for mates and husbands. I think women are so focused on the wrong things, and that's part of the reason why they're single. They're looking at the wrong things. You know, she's 28. That's relatively young. There are people who are much older than that who are still trying to figure things out in life. And you could say, oh, they're moving slow or whatever, just because you may have, been a little bit quicker into getting into your field that works for you quicker than somebody else doesn't really mean that you're better when it comes to relationships. If these people are productive and they have jobs and they're able to take care of themselves, and if they're good people, that's all that matters. You have to figure things out in a relationship. When you've been single and you've achieved certain things for yourself, that is solely for you. When you get in a relationship, you have to build something totally separate from what you've achieved by yourself. It's no longer you. It's you guys together. So you have to start figuring out a way to build and bring your lives together as one. And that's not solely contingent upon how much money you make and what you do for a living. It's about what you guys cultivate together. So you don't just build yourself up solo, and then when you get in a marriage, oh, I've done all this work, so now when I get in marriage, I don't have to do anything. That's a big misconception that a lot of women have. And I've seen women who've given testimonies of this exact same thing, that they had to realize that their solo success was not an accomplishment the end all be all when it comes to them building in a relationship or a marriage. That is totally separate. It's no longer you. So whatever you've done by yourself, that has no bearing on what you have to build with that person. You still have to build a relationship with a man. And that takes a lot of work. And that has nothing to do with your career or any of that. So when I hear young women speak about, oh, well, I've done the work and I'm done with that. So you mean when you go into a potential relationship, you don't think you have to do anything? You don't think you have to work on it? You don't think you have to put anything in? That's a misconception, and that's a mistake a lot of women will make. And this is why they're single and they don't know why. Because people don't be really telling them the truth. Your success solo does not equate to success of your relationship with another person. Let's continue.
Can I see your look, Dr. J? Because sometimes even the way we put ourselves together, how we present, can pull in that certain type of guy.
Let's see. Let me set you up. So this is just what I had on running around today. I went to get brunch with my friend before taking her to the airport. So I have like these cute little tennis skirt.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, and I had on like some sandals, and then I had like shades on, and I had my little bag like just carried, on my shoulder. That's like what I like to wear like in the summertime. I mean, in the hospital, of course, I'm in scrubs. I went to Napa yesterday and I wore like a really nice dress and heels. So it was fun, but it's hard.
Okay, and do you change up your hair often? Is this your natural hair?
This is my natural hair. I normally do boho braids, knotless braids, or silk press. I feel like that's like my go-to.
Can we go longer, like a kinky straight clip-ins? So you can leave your hair out, but it can be kinky straight, longer hair.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And are we also working on our weight, Dr. J?
That is something that I am working on, yes. I started working out more regularly when I moved here. Still not as consistent because residency is very demanding, but it's something I do look forward to being more like adamant about once I graduate in these next 25 days. So, yeah.
Yes. I really want you, if you can, we're going to change up our hair and I want you to work on your weight a bit. I think everything else is going for you. Not saying you don't look good as you are. You don't have to change for a man. Let me preface that. But
I want women to stop saying that. You do want to change for a man. You know why? Because you want a man. And if it takes you making some changes to give you a better outcome, then that's what it's all about. That's what leveling up is. You're not leveling up for yourself. you're changing things about you that would help you to attract a man. So it is ultimately for a man. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. I think we need to get out of women need to get out of their heads and thinking that, oh, I'm doing something for him. Of course you are doing it for a man, and there's nothing wrong with that. Because if the way you are now is not attracting the type of men that you want, then you have to make changes, and so that you can attract the type of man that you want, right? So it is for a man. I think women for so long have thought that, oh, it's a problem. You're doing that for a man. Well, first off, if you need to lose weight to get in a healthier body, you're doing that for yourself because you want to live longer. You want to possibly be healthier. So you should be doing that for yourself, but also for a man, because if you think that your weight is holding you back from getting the type of attention from the men that you want to be with, then it's most definitely not just for you, but it's for a man that you want to attract, right? If not, then what are we doing? What are you doing? Like, why would you make any changes? You could just stay the way you are. If you don't want to attract a certain caliber of men, why would you go out and make any changes? You wouldn't have to do that if you're not doing it for a man. And I don't think anything is wrong with that. You know, this is the same way certain women try to call other women pick-me's who are trying to attract certain type of man or get a man. They use that as an insult to call women pick-me's, because certain women are trying to do things to attract a man so that they can build a family, have a husband, have a life with a man, because that's what they desire. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with doing it for a man because you want one, right? Now, if you don't want one, you don't have to do anything. You can keep doing what you're doing and just be single and live your best life. But if you're trying to do something to attract a certain type of man, you are doing it for a man. Let's continue.
I always tell the girls, lose a little weight. If you don't like it, you can always gain it back. Mm-hmm. That's how I see it. Yeah. You know, but I think it helps to attract a different type of guy, different group of friends. So try it out. Even doing a little bit of makeup. You don't got to be beat down to the ground.
Mm-hmm. I do like to wear my makeup. I don't have any on now just because I've worn makeup all weekend. I'm giving my skin a break. But I do like the skin tint. I've been liking the Vanessa Myers skin tint where it's like still kind of full-ish coverage. You know, kind of helps with my hyperpigmentation. Like put a little blush on, a little mascara, eyebrow gel, stay with the lip gloss on, you know.
Yeah, even when you're giving yourself a break, you can still do mascara. You can do blush and lip. Okay. With the cute outfit you have on.
Okay, I'm going to take that into consideration. I'll join again in a few months with hopefully an update for you.
Please do, Dr. J. Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you so much. Have a welcome, beautiful.
You know, and I think Ashley gave us some good advice overall because, you know, the weight thing is an issue. And, you know, I think she was a cute young woman. But yeah, there's definitely some improvements that she could make in order to try to attract a man that she wants. That's just what it is. There are a lot of women who don't think that they need to do anything, and then this whole negative connotation as a result to women doing stuff to get a man. I don't see anything wrong with that. If that's what you want, why not? Just like you want a job, you want a certain career, you do what's necessary to get those things. What's wrong with doing something in order to attract the type of man that you want, especially if you want a family, you want a husband, you want to build with somebody? I don't see anything wrong with that. And we got to get out of this mindset of building with a man means, oh, he financially just, you know, is leaning on you and taking from you. No, it takes more than money to build a relationship. Money is not the biggest issue. You have to make sure that you're compatible with the person and that you guys are on the same page and that y'all see eye to eye with what it is that you want in life. Do y'all want kids? Where do you want to live? What type of lifestyle? There's so many other things that you're going to have to worry about when it comes time to build with the man and bridge and build your life with the man. It's not just the money that's involved, and everybody's just focused on the money. Then when you get into a relationship, you realize you're not prepared. You're not prepared because you had no idea what to expect when it comes to especially trying to be with somebody long term as it relates to marriage. Like, you have to be prepared for that. And many people are not prepared. This is why the divorce rates are so high, because women are walking away from marriages thinking that they've settled and not really understanding what their position in the marriage was supposed to be. And so you go into it thinking it's supposed to be this fairy tale and he's supposed to do all these things for you, but you have no clue what your role would be in that marriage or that relationship and what your responsibilities are going to be, because there are responsibilities and marriage is work. If you're thinking that you're going to go into a marriage or a relationship and you don't have to put in work, then you're sadly mistaken, because that is not how that is. It takes two. So that means two people. And yes, you do build in a marriage or a relationship. It's not a financial thing. It's still, you have to build. When you come together, what's yours is his and what's his is yours. It's not about, oh, this is mine and this is yours. And this is when you have that, this is why a lot of relationships fail or don't even get off the ground, because when you come into it with that mindset, these men are already ready to walk away because that's not what they really want. They want something more conducive to what a real solid relationship will look like. Most men are a little bit more traditional than women, in my opinion. A lot of women are on this modern woman independent, crave or craze. And men still think more traditionally, where they want traditional women, more feminine, fit, cooperative women. They want women who understand what a relationship is about, and women who are not coming into it with this independent, selfish mindset. And I think, although in this particular situation, I think the woman, yes, if she lost some weight and got herself in a better shape, changed her look up, it could help. But if her mindset is not conducive to what men want when it comes to relationships, long-term stable relationships, then it's still going to be a difficult time for her. Because she won't be able to adjust to that. So listen, y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell to be notified when I upload new content. Shout out to Ashley. Make sure you are subscribed to her channel if you haven't already. Go over and support her channel. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.